Welcome everyone. I had many requests for just like a short practice, something like half an hour, just to stretch out the hamstrings a little bit, open up the shoulders, finding some space into your back, your spine, your side body. So let's just go for it. Here you bring your arms next to your hips. Try to elongate your spine. Maybe your hands hover above the floor. Just feel the length through the sides, through your torso. And then from here, circle your arms all the way up, gazing up to your thumbs. And slowly bring your hands down. Deep inhale, rise up. And slowly back. One more time. Deep inhale, rise up. And slowly lower. Then bring your hands back next to you. Bring your right arm up. Extend through the right side. Don't collapse into the left side. Just move over a little bit to the left. Try to elongate your side body. Maybe you like to turn your hand, circle your wrist. Just notice what's happening. Feel some space in between that right side of your hip. Your rib cage, between all your ribs. Maybe you feel that you start to stretch out your lower back. One more deep inhale here. And gently come back up. Slowly bringing the other arm up. Find the extension. Then you can move over to the side. Make sure you bring your shoulders away from your ears. Keep everything soft, you don't need to go too deep. Make sure you keep breathing. No tension in your neck or in your face. Just for one more in an exhalation. And slowly rise all the way back up. And bring your hands in front of you. Walk your hands all the way forward. Maybe you can roll all the way over your knees. Make your way onto your hands and knees. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Just make some circles up here. You can just move freely. Start to open everything up. I always like to bring my hips from left to right. Maybe you just round, press yourself away from the earth. Just try to listen to your body. It will tell you what it needs. And from here you come all the way to the center. The closer your knees are, the further you are from the floor. So if you like to, you can bring your knees all the way to the sides of your mat. Find your own way to get into your puppy pose. Big toes can be together and then walk your hands away from you. Keep your arms long. Let your chest melt down to the floor. Maybe your forehead comes down. Maybe your chin comes all the way down onto the mat. Try to stick your sitting bones up. Try not to round. Keep pulling your heart a little bit forward. Sitting bones away, elongating the whole front of your body. And just stay there for one more in an exhalation. Gently starting to pull your navel back in. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Knees back under your hips if you widen them to the sides. And then tuck your toes under. Sitting bones all the way to your heels. And slowly, slowly start to rise up into this first downward facing dog. Gently start to walk your dog. Press one heel down, coming onto the toes of the other foot. Then you change legs. You can always move your hips from left to right. Maybe just do some salsa dog. And then come all the way to the center. Just take a moment to find that stretch into your arms, your sides. You can always bend your knees. Keep lengthening from your wrist to your sitting bones. Don't keep your weight to the front. Really press back. Fingers are spread wide. One more breath here. And then really gently start to walk your feet to the front of your mat. Moment to hang forward. Maybe you catch your wrists in front of you. Maybe you catch your arms behind your legs. Keep your knees soft. Try to fold your upper body over your thighs. Take one more deep in and exhalation here. Slowly releasing your arms down and roll up vertebra by vertebra. Coming up into a standing position. When you're all the way up, start at the top of your mat. We just do 3 sun salutations, just easy warming up. Take a deep inhale, rise all the way up, extending out of the earth. And exhale, this time open your chest, drag your shoulder blades down. Deep inhale, rise up. And exhale, slowly bow forward, hands to the floor. Half lift on your inhalation, flat back. And exhale, step your feet back into high plank. Gently make your way down into low plank or knees, chin and chest to the floor. Cobra. Easy heart opener, don't go too deep yet. And come back into downward facing dog. Moment here to come back to your breath. If you like to, you can always exhale through your mouth. Just release. One more in and exhale here. Look in between your hands, soften your knees and step or hop your feet to the front of your mat. Half lift on your inhalation, long spine, heart forward, and exhale, bow down. Deep inhale, rise up, arms up to the sky, and bring your hands back in front of your heart center. Deep inhale, rise all the way back up, and exhale, press your feet down to lift your heart up. Slowly rise back up, and exhale, gently lower. Half lift on your inhalation and exhale, step your feet back into high plank. Slowly come down the way you like to, Chaturanga or knees, chin and chest. From here, your own back bend and then come back into downward facing dog. A few in and exhalations here. Try to keep your index finger, your thumb also pressing into the earth. If you like to move, you can always go for it. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Rotate your upper arms to the outside. One more breath. Look in between your hands. Soft knees and step or hop your feet to the front of your mat. Half lift on your inhalation, flat back. And exhale, bow all the way down. Deep inhale, rise up, arms up to the sky. And hands back in front of your heart center. Last time, deep inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, bend to the back. Rise up on your inhalation. And exhale, slowly fold forward. Half lift on your inhalation. And exhale, step. Maybe you like to hop back. Gently go to your cobra or up dog. And come back into downward facing dog. And from here, bring your right leg all the way up. Try to keep your hips parallel for now. Just lengthen all the way to the back. Keep your standing legs soft if you need to. Try to shift your weight into that back foot. One more deep inhale. And then slowly drag your knee all the way to your chest. Look in between your hands and with softness step your foot all the way forward. And from here, let your left knee come down to the floor. Slowly start to rise up into a low lunge. Now bring your arms up nice and high. Make sure you're not going to bend them. Keep them a little bit to the front. Rotate your pinkies towards each other. Maybe you spread them wider. And then bring your weight back. Gently let all the weight melt forward in the direction of your right foot. Slowly coming back up and lower down. 2 more, rise up and come all the way forward. Last time, rising up and slowly come to the front. Now stay deep into your hips. Just lift your heart up, look up into the sky, and exhale, drag your elbows, your shoulder blades down over the back of your ribs. Big circle, forward and up, open your chest, and exhale, slowly open up. 2 more, deep inhale, rise, find the length, and exhale, drag it open, open that front gate. Last time, deep inhale, rise, and exhale, open up. And then from here, bring your hands down next to your right foot. If you need to, you bring your blocks underneath your hands. Lift your heart up, open your chest. And exhale, sitting bones to the back. Bow over that right thigh from your hips. Deep inhale, hips back forward, heart opens. And exhale, slowly bow down. 2 more times. Forward, hips down, heart up. And sitting bones back, bow down. Last time, coming forward, hips down. And slowly bend all the way over that right leg. Now just lift your heart up. You can bring your right foot down, bring your left foot in. So you come to the side of your mat. Stretch your right leg all the way out. Foot is flat onto the floor. Right hand onto your right leg. Lengthen your left arm up. Just stretch out to the side. Keep pressing away. Keep pressing into the earth. Maybe you look underneath your own arm up to the sky. 1 more deep inhalation. And really slowly come back. Gently turn all the way back to the front of your mat. And then from here, tuck your left toes under, extend your left leg out. Left hand is close to your right foot. And bring your right arm all the way up. Now circle your arm all the way forward over your head. And bring it back down. Circle to the back and up. And forward and down. 2 more times. Maybe you can follow your hand the whole time. And forward and down. Last time. Big circle up and over. And bring your hand to the floor. And then from here, you slowly step back into high plank. Come into low plank, chaturanga if you can. Cobra or up dog. And make your way back into downward facing dog. And from here, you can start to bring your left leg up. Try not to hang into your hip. Keep your hips squared for now. Just feel you lengthen to the back. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Maybe you spread your toes of your left foot. 1 more deep inhalation. And then drag your knee all the way to your chest. Softly step your foot forward. Right knee comes down. And bring your arms all the way up. Try not to bring your shoulder blades together too much. Really rotate a little bit inwards with your pinky so you feel the length through the sides of your body, the sides of your arms. And then shift your weight all the way to the back. And slowly forward. All the way to the back. And back to the front. 2 more times. Use your breath. Come in, up. And exhale, go down. Last time, rising. And exhale, slowly lower. Now stay deep into your hips. Tailbone down, soft back. Look up in between your hands. And drag that heart open. Slowly circle forward and up. And gently bring your elbows, your shoulder blades down. 2 more. Rising up. First, find the length. Lift out of your hips. And then open up your chest. Last time. Rising up. And slowly open. And then bring your hands to the front next to your left foot. Maybe onto your blocks. Lift your heart forward. Keep your hips close to your left foot first. And then shift your hips all the way back. Pull your toes towards you. Coming all the way back forward with your hips, heart opened. And exhale, slowly bow down. 2 more times. Come forward, lift your heart up. Really press that sitting bones to the back. You don't need to go too deep. Don't round, keep the length. Last time. Forward, heart up. And exhale, slowly lower over that left thigh. And then from here, you can come up. Turn your left foot in, your right foot to the back. And just feel that you lengthen your upper body on top of the right knee. Left hand can come onto your left leg. Right arm rises up and over. Don't hang into your hips. Keep pushing your right knee into the floor. Maybe you can sneak underneath your arm up into the sky. One more deep inhalation here. And slowly rise back up. And then turn back to the front of your mat. Tuck your right toes under, extend your right leg out. Right hand stays close to your left foot. And bring your left arm up. Try not to hang into your hips. Hug your inner legs together. Keep feeling the center line. And then bring that arm all the way forward over your head. And circle it down. Back and up. And forward and down. 2 more. Rise all the way up and over. And circle forward and down. Last time. Lift up and over. And come all the way down. Gently step your left foot next to your right. Slowly come into low plank or knees, chin and chest down. Cobra or up dog. And come back into downward facing dog. Take a moment here, finding back your breath. Finding your most perfect down dog for now. Lengthen through your arms, your armpits. One more deep breath here. And then look in between your hands. Soften your knees and step or up to the front of your mat. Half lift on your inhalation. And slowly bow down. And then from here, you lift your heart halfway up. Place your feet width apart. And then bend your right knee. Right hand is underneath your chest. Not too close. Don't bring the weight to the back. A little bit forward. And then bring your left arm all the way up. If you want to, you bring your arm behind you. Catch your thigh. Take a nice twist up here. Stay long into your upper body. And slowly lengthen your arm back up. Gently bring your hand onto the floor, underneath your chest, onto your fingertips. Bend your left knee now, right leg is straight. And bring that right arm up. Maybe you gaze up to your thumb. Keep pressing away from the floor, sitting bones to the back, crown of your head to the front. Stack your shoulders on top of each other. You can always bring that arm behind you. Make your twist a little bit more intense. Just for one more deep breath here. And then release your arm. Bring your hand all the way down. Just hang forward for a moment. You can always catch your elbows. One more deep in an exhalation. And then release your arms. Bring your feet together. Bend your knees nice and deep. Fingertips are touching the mat, heart forward. And then lift your arms all the way up. See if you can stay here into this deep Utkatasana just for a moment. Try to keep your navel hugging in. One more deep inhalation here. And exhale, bow all the way down. Half lift on your inhalation. And exhale, step or hop your feet to the back. Cobra or up dog. And come back into downward facing dog. Take a deep in and exhale here. When you're ready, you bring your feet together. Lift your right leg up. This time open your right hip on top of your left. Bend your knee. Keep your arms nice and long. Weight still into that back leg. Maybe Maybe look underneath your left arm to see your right foot. One more in an exhalation. And lengthen all the way up. Slowly bring your knee to your chest and step your foot all the way forward. Now turn your left heel down into the floor, come up into warrior two. And just take a moment to feel that you can deepen your pose. Right knee's on top of your right ankle. Don't make your step too small. And then from here, reach your right arm forward, up and over. Don't make it a back bend, don't let your left hip pop forward. Just make a nice stretch to the side. Bending over that left leg. One more deep inhale here. And slowly rise up. Reaching your right arm all the way forward. And bring your elbow onto your thigh. Circle your left arm down so you can spin your heart underneath your own arm. Gazing up to the sky. If you have enough space, if you can still breathe, maybe that right hand comes at the inside of your right foot. And really press your left foot down, extend through the left side. Keep pressing your right arm into your right leg. Don't let that knee fall inwards. One more deep inhale here. And then circle your left arm all the way down. Now move to the long side of your mat. Maybe you keep your hands onto the floor. Maybe you bring them in front of your heart. Move from side to side a few times. Try to let your whole upper body come parallel with the earth. So hips down, heart down. And come all the way towards your left foot. You can turn your right toes up. Just slowly sit down. And if you like to, you can bring your left hand in front of you, right hand behind you. You can always sit onto a block. Try to lengthen your lower back. If you still can sit up straight, maybe you bring that other hand in front of you. Or if you want to, you bring your left arm a little bit closer to that left leg. You hug your arm around. Bring your right arm behind your back and maybe you can catch your fingers behind you. Spinning your heart open. If you're able to catch your wrist, then just catch the other wrist. You wrap your left arm around so you catch your right wrist with your left hand. Staying here for one more breath. And then release your arms. See if you can catch your left ankle with your right hand. If this is impossible, you can always bring that knee down so you can sit up a little bit straighter. And then bring your right shoulder a little bit to the front. So if you look over your shoulder is in front of your right leg. And then you can start to move over to that right leg, circling your left arm all the way over your head. And just reach it away. It's fine if your left sitting bone comes off the floor. Maybe you can catch your foot. Keep spinning your heart open. Just stay here for one more breath. And then with control, you come all the way back up. See if you can bring your hands in front of your heart. Lift your sitting bones off the floor. And slowly come all the way back to the front of your mat. Walk your right foot out. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Maybe you turn your right toes, your right knee a little bit to the outside. If you want to, you can always lower that knee down. And then lift your heart up. Try to extend the front. And slowly bring your left ear down. Rising back up. And slowly bend forward. Last time, rise up. And slowly bow down. And come back to the center. Now see if you can bring your elbows down at the inside of your right leg. Keep your shoulders, your elbows aligned. So if you cannot touch the floor with that right elbow, stay onto your hands. Maybe you wiggle a little bit to the front and to the back. Or if your knee is on the floor from side to side, try to find some opening into your hips. And from here, you bring your hands back under your shoulders. Now see if you can swing that right leg over your left Step your right foot really close behind your left leg. Left foot is pressing away still to the toes of your right foot. Then circle your right arm over your head. Spin your heart underneath your arm into Wild Thing pose. Press down to rise up through your hips. Soft face, soft neck. One more inhalation here. And then come all the way back into high plank. Gently going into low plank. Cobra or up dog. And back into down dog. Feet come back together. And then we go all the way for the other side. Deep inhalation, lift your left leg up. Open your left hip on top of your right. Feel that nice opening at the front of your left hip, but don't hang into your shoulders. Keep your shoulder blades pulling down over the back of your ribs. One more in an exhale. And rise all the way up. Slowly drag your knee towards you and step forward. Now turn your right heel down. Come back into second warrior. Make sure you have a nice deep stance. Try not to stand in a pose like this because then you don't work anything onto that legs. Sink down into that hips. Then bring your left hand up, reach forward, up and over. Nice side stretch all the way from your left hip to your left fingertips. One more deep inhale. And come all the way up. Lengthen your left arm forward. Elbow on your thigh. Circle that right arm over your head. Try to press that right foot down. Lengthen through your right fingers. And maybe your left hand comes all the way down to the earth. Keep spinning your heart open. Just take one more deep inhalation wherever you are. Then circle your right arm down. Move to the long side of your mat. Maybe this time you keep your upper body up. See if you can bring your toes up into the air. A little bit of a different stretch. Finally, you end up to the right side. Bring your sitting bones down. You can always bring your knee down. See if you can sit up straight. Maybe you press that left hand behind you. Maybe you bring your hands back together. Or you wrap your right arm around. Maybe you can catch your left fingers with your right hand or your left wrist. Try to keep pushing your heart up. Try to soften your lower back. Don't round it. Keep some space in between all your vertebrae. One more breath here. And release your arms. And then you can catch your right ankle with your left hand, or you bring that knee back down. Left shoulder comes forward in front of your left leg if you look over it. And then circle all the way over that left thigh. You want to keep your heart pulling up. It's fine if you reach that arm just all the way to the side. Maybe you want to wiggle your fingers. Stay here for 2 more deep breaths. Just one more. And then lift yourself all the way back up. You bring your hands in front of your heart or in front of you onto the floor. See if you can pull yourself back up. And then come to the front of your mat. Walk that left foot out. Hands under your shoulders. Maybe you like to bring your right knee down. And then lift halfway up. And bring your right ear to the earth. Lift back up. And slowly lower. Last time, lift up. And bend down. And then come back to the middle. Maybe it's enough you stay here. Maybe you bring that left elbow down. If your left elbow touches the floor, it's easy to bring the right one down too. Maybe you like to bring that knee down and wiggle a little bit from side to side. or you keep it extended, go a little bit to the front and to the back. You can make your practice as hard as you want to. Stay where you are for one more breath. And then bring your hands back. See if you can slowly swing that left foot behind your right knee. Keep it close. And then circle your left arm over your head. Spin your heart up into the sky. Press your right foot away. Maybe you can let that head just hang down. Maybe you like to bring your hand behind your head. Lengthen your neck even more. And when you're ready, you flip back into high plank. Slowly go through this last vinyasa. Back in downward dog. And then take a deep breath here. Look in between your hands. Bend your knees and step or hop into a seated position. Now slowly come onto your back. Bring your knees to your chest. Make a few circles here. And then bring your left foot down, right foot over your left knee. See if you can pull your knee towards you. Just drag it close, just for a moment. Keep your lower back pushing down. You want to keep the whole back of your body onto the floor. Staying here for one more deep in an exhalation. And then release that left leg. Bring your right leg all the way over your left. Maybe you like to hook your toes around, hop your hips a little bit to the right. Right arm is opened up to the side, and then let your knees slowly move over to the left. Really soften your back. And come all the way back to the middle. Feet can come back down to the floor. Center your spine here. Left foot on top of your right leg. When you're ready, you bring your right knee towards you. And interlace your fingers over your thigh or over your shin. Try to really pull it close. You can keep that left foot flexed a little bit. Keep your ankle in one line with the rest of your leg. Don't let your foot fall inwards. One more in an exhalation. And then you bring your right foot down. Wrap that left leg around your right. Maybe hook your toes around. Hips a little bit to the left if you like. Left arm next to your shoulder. And let your knees move over to the right side. One more breath here. And come back to the center. And just give your knees a nice hug. And gently make your way into Shavasana. Make sure you relax everything. See if you can take at least 2 minutes to just let this little practice integrate into your body. And then in your own time, you can give yourself a nice stretch. You come all the way back up into a comfortable seated position. And then just stay there for a moment with your eyes closed, just to notice the changes into your body. Maybe to come back to your intention. And bring your hands in front of your heart. Deep inhale here. And exhale, bow your head to your heart. Thank yourself for taking this time for your practice. And rise back up, open up your eyes. Namaste. Thank you all very much for joining. Any questions, please let me know, send me a message. See you soon again.